folks at Bar Harbor Whale Watch want to welcome you to Bar Harbor and Mount Desert Island. Our cruises have something for everyone, each highlighting some of those special things that make Maine such a spectacular place. Where to start? Well, with the whales, of course. Whales, the largest and most fascinating creatures on the planet. And they're right here, just a boat ride away in the waters along the Maine coast. Now, some whales are larger than the ancient dinosaurs. They have been designed by thousands of years of evolution for a life beneath the sea. But whales are also a lot like us. There are about 90 species of cetaceans. They aren't fish, but warm-blooded mammals bearing live young. Some large whale species can swim at bursts of speed approaching 30 miles per hour. Also like us, they have lungs, not gills, and spend most of their lives near the surface of the ocean waters in order to breathe. And when they breathe, watch out. The whale's breath sprays high into the air, condensing as it meets the surrounding atmosphere and creating the distinctive bushy spout of the humpback whale. Or the strong, straight spout of the finback whale. Humpback whales are among the most playful whales you'll ever see. In fact, no species breaches out of the water more often or with greater apparent enthusiasm than the humpback. And watch for the bubbles. That could be humpback speeding. And you might even spot them spy hopping, rising out of the water to take a good long look at you. When they're born, baby humpbacks are a mere 13 feet long. As adults, humpbacks average 40 to 45 feet, and some grow up to 60 feet. The humpback has, as you might expect, a hump. It's a slight hump just forward of its dorsal fin. And it also has distinctive knob-like bumps about its head. A humpback is black above and white below. Its long flippers are the same, black and white with black markings. And they're long, sometimes up to 1/3 of its body length. Humpbacks also have distinctive tail shapes and markings that allow whale researchers to name them and track them over their lives. Some of our favorites include Siphon, Flyer, Triton, and Gemini. Speaking of identifying whales, easy to spot from one of Bar Harbor Whale Watch's comfortable catamarans, and to tell a finback whale from the others of its species. In fact, it's the only creature on the planet with naturally asymmetrical coloring, dark on one side of the head, light on the other. The finback also has, as the name suggests, a distinctive dorsal fin, relatively large, curved, and pointed. Those fine, fancy stripes behind the whale's head, called chevrons, are only found on the finback. On your Bar Harbor Whale Watch cruise, you might see finbacks that are as long as 80 feet from head to tail. But finbacks rarely lift their tails out of the ocean when they make their deep dive, which would make that tail clearly visible. It's that powerful tail that sends a whale sailing through the water. Their fins aren't used for paddling or propulsion, but for steering, sort of like a rudder on a boat. You can also see right whales during your Gulf of Maine adventure, but there aren't as many as there once were. In fact, the right whale got its name because it was just the right whale for commercial uses. Right whales were hunted because they yielded great amounts of oil that could be used to light lamps and for their baleen, which could be used to make corsets and for many other human uses. Right whale population numbers were greatly diminished by whaling to 300 to 400, making them the most endangered whale in the world. Today, they're threatened by ship collisions, entanglements in fishing gear, and pollution. But we have some of them here in all their glory. An adult right whale can grow to more than 50 feet. But unlike other whales in Maine waters, the right whale has no dorsal fin. That tail is another thing that makes the right whale easy to spot. It's large and black with a deep notch and smooth edges. And we can't forget the smallest of the baleen whales, the Minke. Yes, the Minke is small. Well, small as whales go, that is, at just about 30 feet from stem to stern. Its dark back and white belly are complemented by a blaze of gray on both sides of its body and white bands on each flipper, which can often be seen first underwater if a Minke's in a playful mood and comes up to the boat to visit. Because of the speed of Bar Harbor Whale Watch's jet-powered catamarans, they can cover more ocean and find more whales. And there are others. Pilot whales, for instance, sometimes in pods numbering in the hundreds. Their arrival usually indicates a movement of squid inshore, which is their main prey. In fact, a large male pilot whale can consume 500,000 squid a year. Now, that's a lot of calamari. On many Bar Harbor Whale Watch cruises, you can see other denizens of the deep, including basking sharks and pods of beautiful white-sided dolphins. And don't forget the puffins. Each morning's Whale Watch tour visits the island of Petite Manane, which is part of the Maine Coastal Islands National Wildlife Refuge. Often, thousands of oceanic seabirds can be seen feeding with the whales. Whether you get to see Maine's whales from a distance or up close, watching whales in their natural habitat aboard a Bar Harbor Whale Watch cruise can be the adventure of a lifetime. Come join us for the Bar Harbor Whale Watch Historic Lighthouse and National Park Tour aboard the Bay King 3. On this cruise, you are off to see some of Maine's most impressive and historic monuments to courage and the sea, 5 unique island lighthouses. And this is the most thrilling way to see the lights right from the water. Though there were once more, there are 68 still in existence. Situated on an island in Frenchman Bay, the light at Egg Rock was constructed right in the middle of the keeper's house to conserve space on the tiny island. Winter Harbor has long been known as a safe anchorage for mariners, and Mark Island Light has shown the way there since 1856. Bear Island Light is on one of the Cranberry Islands, on land that is now protected as part of Acadia National Park. Great Duck Island Light is the source of many seafaring legends and is now used as a base for ecological research. Baker Island Light can be reached from Bar Harbor aboard the Baker Island Lighthouse and Park Tour. Then there's the Coast Guard Life-Saving Station at Islesford itself. Throughout this tour, you will pass by many of the scenic highlights of Acadia National Park, including the Porcupine Islands, Otter Cliffs, majestic Thunderhole, and the peace and quiet of Sand Beach. You will also pass below Champlain Mountain in Great Head, the tallest cliff face on the eastern seaboard. Throughout the tour, your professional guide will describe the history and point out many coastal mansions, including the home called Skylands, which is owned by Martha Stewart. Don't forget, though, if you want to see a lighthouse up close, join Bar Harbor Whale Watch for our Baker Island and Acadia National Park tour. This special 4.5-hour cruise aboard the Miss Samantha will give you a personal look at Baker Light. With a guide's help from Acadia National Park, you can connect to the 200 years of human history dating back to the Gilly family in 1806. On the way back from Baker Island, the Miss Sam will take you along the shore of Acadia National Park's famous Ocean Drive. With remarkable views of all its wildlife, shoreline geography, and impressive homes. This is surely the best way to see Bar Harbor and Acadia National Park, from the deck of a Bar Harbor Whale Watch boat. Make it a point to come back again for another Bar Harbor Whale Watch cruise. Who knows what you might see next time?